Evening all, and welcome to episode 57 of Kerbalism. Now, with the somewhat successful landing of our space taxi and bringing Valentina home as well as Serena, we have obviously completed the contract, got the money, but most importantly, due to the cockpit surviving, we got the science. We have 749.7 science now, so we've got wonderful things we could spend in there. However, I do want some more money. I would like to upgrade the tracking station, because when we upgrade it, we can track unknown objects, which means we can find some of those asteroids that our telescope's been finding. We could locate some of them. We could go to them and get science from them. They're very, very rich in science, so that could be quite useful. Also, they can be very rich in resources, so we could technically build a station around one and have a permanent place for getting fuel up there. So, yeah, that could be quite useful to do. So, let's have a quick look in mission control and see what we've got. We've got the usual sort of things. Build a new orbital station around Kerbal. It doesn't really give us that much money. That would cost more to launch than we get. Build a station around Mimas. That could be useful, but Mimas doesn't have water. So, temperature scans. Rescue a Kerbal. Rescue Gemlin Kerman. Again, not a great deal of money, but does save us money on recruiting Kerbals. Another one there around the moon. Destiny. They all appear to be female, and I'm sure they all appear to be engineers as well so far. I think. Pretty sure we've rescued nothing but engineers. We've got gather science and moons, but one that I did see that I thought was quite interesting was this one here. Build a new orbital station on solar orbit. It seemed outstanding to the sales department at the Zaltronic Electronics that we showed an unerring tendency for regularly achieving impossible things. So we were the only people thought capable of fulfilling all their requirements. They seem like lovely Kerbals, so we think you're the one to clear up the matter. This gives us a lot of money, a lot of prestige, a lot of everything. It's very, very useful. And it can technically be done with a ship rather than a station. It's going to have an antenna, a docking port, can generate power. It's going to support 9 Kerbals, 3 engineers, a cupola, and maintain stability. I could modify the space taxi with what it needs. It could go up, it could have loads of science experiments on it as well. It could put itself into solar orbit, stay there for a little bit to complete the contract, gain loads of science that we haven't got before, and then turn around and come home. So I'm thinking, although that would be a little bit against what they kind of want to do, I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Lots of money, that's lots of wonderful things to do, and also it does sort of help with time as well. There's another one there for tourists, which I'm interested in, but yeah, we could take that, and it's got 12 days to go. That's a lot of money again there. That's sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's almost 700,000, if not more, credits there. So, but they want to do all sorts of things: land on Mimas, orbit the moon, land on the moon. If they need like miracles, but I think I'll leave that one for the minute. Maybe it'll come around again. I'm not sure. The reason I was on about time there is because we've got 15 days to our Duna encounter. It takes about 9 days to get to Mimas, so I assume it would take about 15 days to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence. So we could send the space taxi, the glorified space taxi, out there, get the science, switch to Duna, and do the bits we need to do there. That kind of sounds like a plan to me. And we're off, launching our brand new deep space taxi into the sky. This is a modified taxi with the added crew container in the centre, so it's got a lot more to it. It's got the cupola right at the back, so it fulfills the contract, fulfills the requirements of the contract. The plan with this is long but quite simple. I intend to take this up to our Kinesia station and pick up our brave Kerbals from there. Then head on to the moon and rendezvous with the orbital refinery, picking up Jeb, Bill and Bob from there. Then head out into interplanetary space. Do the science, do the bits and pieces, possibly switch to Duna mission because that probably comes with it, and then bring it home and bring all my Kerbals home with it as well, leaving all my stations completely unattended. I want to do that because they only level up when returning to a planet. Although now I'm saying that, I think there's a way to do it with the science bay. But regardless, I want to bring them all home and get them all the experience they can do. I'm really, really hoping that this craft can actually get home. It's got the Delta V to do what I need it to do. It's the re-entry part that worries me. Coming in from interplanetary space to aero brake around a planet is a bit much. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't explode, doesn't fall apart, and most importantly, it doesn't flat spin like the last one did. I think I might try and slow it down on the engines as much as I can, and then just bring it in with the nose forward. I've set it up so the fuel burns from the back to the front, so back to the front, so the centre of mass is always going to be in front of the centre of lift. That was the problem with it last time. With the centre of mass being behind the centre of lift, the tail end just wants to flip round and become the front, and obviously that causes problems. So yeah, hopefully we find out all the bugs. Hopefully we can go pick up all our Kerbals, and hopefully we can head into interplanetary space, get the science done, get the contract done, collect the wonderful money, and bring everyone home without any major problems. And so our first port of call is our station here. Unfortunately, it's weaving for some very strange reason. I'm not quite sure why that is, but need to come in very gently. We are heavy. I think this craft is actually heavier than the whole station. So I do need to come in very, very gently, or unlock it. I may have knocked it already. That might be why it's spinning. Not sure, but well, let's see if we can get a dock here. Well, we're definitely sort of connected there, but it's not having it at the moment. What's going on here? There we go. There we go. We are docked. Massive spacecraft attached to it. Well, it's a big station, but it's not a heavy station. We have got some fuel, and I'm not sure whether I should refuel it. I think I will. I think I'll refill the tank. It's only going to use liquid fuel. So, yeah. And I think whilst we're here as well, we shall grab one of our lovely engineers, Dottie. I think you'll do, and we'll repair the station. We'll repair what needs fixing on it. You can go on a wonderful EVA here. Let go. Turn your RCS on. Because this has been broken for quite some time, actually. And I think it's about time we repaired it up. Repair the converter. There we are. And reaction wheels. Practically no, except they're broken. But there we are. Now they're not. Now they're fixed. Well done, Dotty. Power kick did the trick. Yes. Yes, when in doubt, in zero gravity, kick things. That's the Kerbal way. Kick things or add more struts. Right, in you get. Okay, so let us transfer Elena to there. Yeah. And then transfer Sophia to there. There we are. All done and dusted. Our food supply at the back is still fantastic. And we've got a monopropellant as well there. We've used a fair bit of that. Well, used a little bit of it. So let's refill that one. Okay. One thing. I went back and had a look at the footage of me bringing the original space taxi back in, and it had air brakes on the side of it. They're right there, air brakes, and I didn't use them. I didn't use them once. It was only whilst I was actually modifying this craft. I went, oh, there's air brakes. Were they on there originally? So yeah, apologies if you saw that and was shouting at me for not using them. They would have really helped. It would have slowed us down a lot faster, so yeah. But I'll try and remember them this time. When we come back for re-entry, which is obviously going to be a while away. Right. Space taxi probe. Oh, that's our other probe that's orbiting the planet at the moment. That'll burn up soon. So, our next protocol is heading out to the moon. Where are you, moon? There you are. Set as target. And meeting Jeb, Bill, and Bob. And here we are on approach to destination number 2. Now, this took a lot longer to get here than I expected, to be honest. This ship weighs a lot. It's the mass here said it's 59. It was about 64,000 tons, I think it was. 1,000 kilograms, sorry. I had to do 3 orbits of Kerbal before I could actually get out here. And that was firing the engine. That was firing these 2 nuclear engines every go when we got to our periaps. Just to make it, basically. It was yeah, it was a lot. And also the RCS is not correct on this craft, just like we had previously. There we go. Ah, oh, we've even transferred some data over. It appears that the RCS fires faster one direction than another, and I'm guessing it's being blocked somewhere. It's difficult to explain. Basically, when I fire the ship forwards, so that way, it goes faster than when I fire it backwards, which it shouldn't do. It should be the same. All the thrusters are equal either side, so it should be exactly the same, but it's not. So the RCS is being blocked. I'm guessing here it's being blocked by the wings on both sides there, so that probably explains that one there. For forward and backwards, I don't really know, unless the air brakes are affecting something here, or that's affecting something here. I'm not sure, but yeah, it goes faster one way than it does the other. But anyway, right, we're here to do a few things. Firstly, we are going to steal fuel from that, I think. What we were going to do. We're filling up on liquid fuel. Of course, this has been producing liquid fuel, hasn't it? Of course it has. I completely forgot that's what this refinery does. It produces liquid fuel. Yeah, so we'll top the tanks up. And we'll empty these ones here to window. I might turn off the actual fuel processing on this for the minute, because it's just going to burn through its hydrogen and oxygen and not actually produce anything, because for some strange reason the chemical plants just carry on working even when there's nowhere for them to store their stuff. So yeah, not sure why that is. Just is strange one. Right, there we go. There's our tanks topped up. Monopropellant. I think I do need to top the monopropellant back up again. Oh no, we only use a little bit here. But let's stop these processes here. Stop, and you can stop as well. There we are. That means nothing should be running. Nope, no water electrolysis. Nothing. No fuel. Excellent. Right. So we need to transfer Jeb, Bill, and Bob. Back over to here. What am I doing? Yes, Jeb, Bill, and Bob. Where are you? The data's all there, is it? Right. I wonder if I can transfer the data here. Do loads of people's inventories. Transfer data here. There we go. Right. Okay, so I want to transfer Dottie to there. To transfer Ballerina to there. Milma. Kindred. And Lisa. Lisa can't be transferred. Okay, so Lisa's going to stay with us. That's the source part. Okay, cancel that. And we are then going to transfer Bob. He can come over. And Bill. And last but not least, Jeb. Over you come. There you are. So we've now got Valentina, Lisa, Bob, Bill, and Jeb. Actually, I'm not sure who is who here. I think everyone is pretty much an engineer or scientist. Say for Jeb, Bill, Bob. Lisa's a pilot. So there we go. We got 2 pilots and our 3 original Kerbals, Jeb, Bill, and Bob, in the front. And all our scientists and engineers in the back. Kindred's a pilot as well. So engineer, scientist, engineer, pilot. Okay. So actually, what I'm going to do is Kindred is going to come up front as well. Here we are. So all our pilots are in the front. I don't need to do that. It's just I want to. Simple as that. I want to. Right. Now we are full on fuel. Yes, and yes. Our food supplies are good. Our oxygen supplies are good. Everything is good. Everything is go. So, we can do another gravity scan here. I've been picking up lots of gravity scans that have been going around. Yeah. So, yeah, we're getting lots of them from around the moon. So, right. Here we go then. Let's undock from here. We will push away from the station. Yeah, The RCS isn't centered either. As you can see, we're spinning now, so the next revision of this is going to have a better RCS. I think that's what I need to do. That's what I need to figure out a bit. But, well, for the minute it works, so we'll leave it. So, now we want to be leaving Kerbin's sphere of influence. We want to travel that way to use the moon's gravity to give us a boost. So, we want to do that, basically. And there we go. We would leave. That was rather simple. And that's only a 2-minute burn, basically. Not even that. Yeah, that would take us out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. Not really sure whether firing actually on there gives you anything more than not. Nope, it's about the same no matter which way we go. So, okay, not going to get any assist from Mimus or anything. I'm not sure how gravity assists actually work. They... Oh, there weren't enough gravity scan. Keep that. It won't. Aha. Right. So yes, we will do that, and that will take 18 days to escape out of Kerbin's atmosphere. Sorry, Kerbin's sphere of influence. I'm using 185 out of our nearly 3,000 delta V, so I could honestly speed that up a bit, I suppose. Burn for 120 seconds. Aha, we would get an encounter with Mimbus then. I want to do that so that we can use our science instruments to get some data from Mimbus as well. I don't know if that's going to affect us that much to actually leave our sphere. It's only 4 days away. So yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll launch ourselves that sort of way and get a bit more science on the way out past Mimbus, and then travel into the great beyond, hopefully completing our contract. It ticks all the boxes apart from put your station in orbit of the sun, and I'm really hoping they haven't got some specific orbit in mind, because well, we've got lots of Delta V, but I don't particularly want to be flying around out there for long. We haven't got the food for it, really. What are we at? We've got 37 days of food, because we've obviously taken on extra Kerbals. So, yeah. This is going to be, let's get out there, let's get this done, let's get back. So, I will perform this manoeuvre, and I will see you at Mimbus. And here we are, 4 days later, at Mimbus. It has reset our mission clock from undocked, but that's not a problem. We are going to fly towards Mimbus and see what sort of science we can get. I've had one already, but I'm not sure if we're going to get many other ones. Mimbus doesn't rotate at all. I don't believe it's tightly locked to Kerbin, so one side is facing water. I'm not entirely sure about that actually. I think the moon's tightly locked to Kerbin, but Mimbus isn't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All I know is that we're not going to be flying particularly close to it. It goes overhead. In the craft round, so all our brave Kerbals can actually see what the fuss is about. Here you are, Kerbals. Past Mimbus we go. Over the poles, there we are, more data. And then I think we say farewell to Minmus. We shall return to you another day. And here we are, literally on the edge of nowhere. 15 seconds remain. And our brave Kerbals, coming from that very small blue marble, will be heading into the unknown. Welcome to the solar system, my Kerbal friends. We're here, we've made it. We can do our gravity scan, we can observe the goo. Excellent. We can get a crew report. Yes, we want that. A crew report, please. Yeah. And we need an EVA report. So, who is going to be the brave Kerbal? Well, there's only one, isn't there? There's got to be the legend, the one and only Jebediah Kerbal. After you come, turn your RCS on, and look, there is the sun. Home is over there. You are further away. Well, actually, let's bring you over here. You are, Jeb. You are further away than any other Kerbal ever. Every Kerbal that has ever lived is in front of you right now. Every Kerbal of all time is right here. Well, not right here, but yes, every Kerbal is here. The famous moon shot, cannot remember who did it, but one of the Apollo missions, they took a picture, Apollo 11 took a picture, and only one man in the entire history of mankind, living or dead, was not in the frame of that picture. So that's quite a famous one, and I, for the life of me, can't remember. He was the pilot that stayed on board the orbital craft for the Apollo 11 mission. You'd think I'd know my history a little bit better, my space history a little bit better, but I don't. Do you know what? I'm going to look that up, so give me just a moment. And so, after a very quick Google search, and the absolute irony of this is not lost me completely, today, July the 20th, when I'm recording this episode, is the anniversary of the Apollo 11 landing. I don't know how I didn't know that. I remember it coming around last year and the year before, but yeah, I missed it for some reason this year. It's today, so there's the irony. I'm doing a shot just kind of the same. It was Michael Collins, person I share a name with, so yes, Michael, wonderful name there. Michael Collins took the fantastic shot of the Eagle lander going down towards the moon surface with Earth in the background. And yes, everyone in the history of mankind, alive or dead, was in the frame of that picture except for him. So yes, a very unique person there. So yes. However, like the Apollo 11 mission, we need to bring our Kerbals home. Obviously, Apollo 11 not Kerbals, but yes, they came home. They successfully did. I do also know there was a fantastic speech by I think Reagan, I think it was, who he had a speech prepared if the men couldn't get back. That's a fantastic bit of reading there. But yes, we need to come home. And to do that, we should point the ship directly at Kerbal and far towards it. And because we are close to it, close being a very relative word here, we are a awfully long way from Kerbal. We are very, very far from it. But in solar terms, we're really not. Oh, we've got a random object up there, a Class E huge asteroid. That's a long way away. I'm not quite sure how our probe, our telescope has found that, because yeah, our telescope's over here pointing that way, so unless that's one that's flown off somewhere, I don't know. Yes, we've got a few asteroids here as well. I really want to go and see one of these Class E, Class D, Class C. I think I've got the tech to grab about a C. I don't really want to get a huge one, although they'd be nice to any comet. I think, to be honest with you, if I could just find one that's not going to smash into Kerbal, preferably, that would be the best thing to do. So right, yes, I think if we just fire engines at Kerbal there, we will then get another encounter with it because, well, that's how it works. And so we're back in the Sphere of Influence. We are heading down to Kerbal. We're going to take about 20 days to get down there. Rolling a bit here. Yes, 19 days. Yeah, just 20 days to get down here. And to get ourselves into a circular orbit is only 768.5 meters a second. A 6-minute, 20-second burn. We've got 18 minutes of fuel left on here, 2,400. So, yeah, we're good. We're going to be absolutely fine with this. I could probably, if I could get an encounter with Mimbus, I could probably sit in orbit of that for a bit and do it. But, well, 20 days coming back, and we've got 26 days worth of food. So, I think I'll bring them home. I'll put them in a stable orbit, and then slow down to scrape the atmosphere and come in nice and gently, so it doesn't burn up, it doesn't do anything wrong. It's yeah, we can bring it in, we can land it, we can save the day, we can bring all our Kerbals home. But yes, whilst they're on their way down back to Kerbal, we've got something else coming up. In 2 days and 3 hours, we're going to go and have to investigate the Red Planet. And that shall be our focus for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And as always, of course, have fun.